Namaste. Very nice to see all of you here today. Welcome all of you who are uh, joining here in person and via the Zoom, and also welcome everyone who is joining via the YouTube live stream. The key to get maximum from satsang, each satsang which I am offering, is to be present here, to kind of put aside that work which we were doing before joining this satsang. That work could be apparently the same spiritual work, but maybe not. Here we have much higher possibility of seeing something directly, becoming free radically, discovering the truth of who we are. Yeah. We have all these possibility of true clarity, which basically is a form of freedom, a form of joy, form of light also. We have a possibility of true joy, which is the taste of our own self, which is the time when we have started tasting truth. True joy cannot come from distance. Like when we are looking at the ocean or looking at the water from distance, that is where we can say true clarity has happened. Like now we know where is water when we are thirsty. But we have not started drinking yet. True joy is where we have started drinking it now. True knowing is where we are more floating in it, like merged in it more, and it shows its truth to us. Like when we don't have the other context is the context of mind or the context of the individual. We are continuously in this context of the individual, where I am an individual person, there are other individual persons, this is my life, these are the challenges, and let me solve them, and let me become happy. Here we don't really have a direct connection with the truth of who we are, nor we have that openness for knowing the truth in the way of the being that we are also. But as we merge with the truth more, our own remembrance, it just comes back to us that truth cannot be known in the sense of knowledge. Truth can only be known in the sense of knowing. It's an alive thing, cannot be a dead thing that, oh, I know truth now. Not like this. Because the process of knowing the truth is also process of melting in truth. The knower is melting in truth also, as it is knowing. No? The more the knower is knowing the truth, the more it is melting in truth also. So any one of you, and I feel some of you said that before also, that if you want to merge in truth, true knowing is the way. If you want to merge in truth, if you want to dissolve, if you that drop want to dissolve in the ocean, true knowing is the way. If you want to not merge in the ocean, but you want to be free from suffering, true joy is the way. If you are not clear about what to choose and what not to choose, which is for me and which is not for me, then true clarity is the way for you. True clarity basically is about getting the answers of fundamental questions of our life, especially in the direction of spiritual awakening and growth. So like this, very welcome everyone. If anybody want to talk to me, please, you can talk. Yeah, Uma.
Thank you so much for this satsang. I want to explore something with you. I want to know freshly by living with you about contemplation. Because for true clarity, I feel I want to be clear also about contemplation, what is actually contemplation means.
The word contemplation, the concept contemplation might be defined differently in different contexts, but I would like to use more something very specific to our context. That is that true clarity basically requires us to do something, not that it will just going to happen by itself. No. So what is happening in the mind right now by default is confusion. By default, what is happening is called confusion. True clarity is just not going to just come back by itself when the circle of confusion has been created inside us. No, it has to be broken in some way. Something has to be done about it. It has to be improved in some way. And that's something we can call either contemplation or stopping and thinking in a more fundamental way, not in the way of the flow. Like normally our thinking is in the way of the flow of thoughts, no? Like we are just flowing, thoughts are flowing and we are thinking. One thought, two thought, other thought, like we are distracted also, our attention is continuously divided also. No? In this way, true clarity cannot happen. For the true clarity, the one who is seeking for true clarity, the one who has started sensing that I am not clear about things, this one has to stop. Not forever, but for the time being, for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, for that time period where it decides to look in a fundamental way at the same thing or same subjects, of life, fundamental subjects of life, that like why I'm doing anything, for example, this could be an eye-opener if we can bear the intensity of this questioning, because it's very intense questioning. Why I'm doing anything? Anything means anything and everything. And mostly we may not be ready for it yet. No? And this is okay, because we should not do contemplation or effort in the direction of clarity that we fail. We should do in such a way that we succeed. No? Then we will get encouragement, then we'll put more effort, isn't it? So maybe it is not for everybody yet. Then what I want to do right now, like for example, one may think that, hey, what I want to do right now, and then why I want to do it, just this one, what I want to do right, like what any one of you want to do right now. You want to sleep right now on your chair, like let me sleep in this, like a peaceful, joyful sleep. Let me rest in my soul. Let me just listen right now, But why you want to do that? That is going to bring some light onto the source from where this decision is coming. No? And that decision basically is coming from you, who truly you are at the level of mind, but not aware of yourself. Like the thinker has forgotten itself when living in the mind, no? Meaning when using the mind, thoughts, feelings, it has forgotten itself, as if I'm not there. Only thoughts are there. Thoughts matter. Thoughts decide. Intensity of thoughts, complexity of thoughts. They decide what will be attended first. Who decides which thoughts will be attended first? Another way of contemplation, for example. Who will decide which thought should I attend today, right now? And clarity has started happening now. Clarity is not something. True clarity is not something that you get. True clarity is basically reaching to the source from where the fog or the smoke of confusion is coming out. Our mind is full of the smoke of confusion right now. And there is a source of it from where it is coming. And true clarity is trying to reach there to that source and cut that, like put off that fire from where that smoke is coming. Like replace it with something more existential and true, and then in place of smoke, now fire will come. Fire, not fire like fiery fire, but fire like light, like life. Clarity, basically true clarity is like life, light, which gives us strength. Our present state of mind is generally our weakness, our weak point, isn't it? It is not like it's not like a revenue center. It is more like a expense account. We are spending continuously. Our mind is a more expenditure, not our return. And it doesn't give us any return. It just keep asking. And this can become in such a place where we get something much more. True clarity is that state of mind where we spend very less energy in the mind level and we get much more. from life, from everything where we are using our mind. No? So contemplation is mainly not really about this thing and that thing. It's about being more still and aware of being the thinker. That hey, I am the thinker of all of these things. And for that we can use methods, which I have mentioned a little bit. There can be many other things, which I will share in retreats. For example, we go in details of these things. No? Right now it is just an outline of it. No? But fundamentally, this is what is contemplation actually for me in this context, only in this context. No? Like thoughts are continuously trying to take us somewhere, and you decide not to go somewhere, but to look deeply where I'm actually going, where they're trying to take me. Shall I go there or not? And the power of thoughts in this way here is unconsciousness. The more unconscious we are about thoughts, the more powerful they are. The more conscious we become towards them, the more powerless they become. When you are a conscious thinker of your thoughts, no thoughts can move you without your permission, without your will. No? Doesn't mean that you have reached to the joy, but now you are the kind of you have won or transcended mind. This is what is transcending mind. This is what is awakening at the level of mind also. Because it is not somebody else moves in thoughts. It is you who is moving in thought. No, if it was somebody else moving in thought, you can attend satsang right now. Let somebody else move in thought. You continue listening and enjoying satsang. No, but no, we are not able to do it. No, we know that no, I'm partially there and partially here. So this partially, that when we are there, let us do something and wake up. So is this is making any sense? Meaning, is it clear to you?
Yes, very much clear. And I came out from that misunderstanding which I had about contemplation, because earlier I had this understanding and kind of um, uneasiness with this contemplation, because I felt that I I will have to think more, like I will have to involve more in thinking. And you cleared it that no, I need to just stop and consciously seeing what is what. So
Yeah.
I'm more comfortable with this.
Thank you. It's good that you understood. Actually, one key here is which is not just about thinking, which is about everything. Is like in Hindi we have a word ठहरना, ठहराव. ठहरना or ठहराव is not really frozen, like you stopped forever. But we don't stop forever. We have not stopped forever in this ठहराव or ठहरना, but we are more stable in what we are doing, or we are doing it from a more stable place. No? Like doing things from a frenzy, like a restlessness. I have to do something. I have to think. Versus no, I will think, but from more stable, peaceful place. No? And this is what is like slowing down, stopping. Not stopping in the sense of giving up thinking, but stopping in the sense of not moving too much when thinking. Like thinking about that thing which we are thinking right now, and not attending many other things which are in the way, which are always like as if they are a pending list of things, thoughts waiting for us to be attended. And we don't notice that most of our attention goes there. Little bit of attention remains on this thought which we are thinking right now, want to think. No? In this way, it is in the way of thinking. No? So if we can focus on this thought which we are focusing on, it's possible by withdrawing ourselves from, like as if there is a crowd happening. There are many customers, you are on the counter and there are many people you need to attend. But you cannot attend many people efficiently if you don't focus on the person you are attending right now. No? Now let us, so this is true clarity. Now let us come to the heart, true joy. This is the experience happening right now that we are actually experiencing, a live experience. No? But there are many other experiences also all around us waiting for us, and our mind also has a greed to experience this and that, like it is continuously wavering, here and there. And that this is exactly what happens, that neither we are able to live what is actually happening right now, because we are still thinking about what happened, what we experienced in the past, or what we may experience in the future. And this story goes on like this forever, that we are never able to achieve depth of experiencing, which is the only way to bring us to that kind of contentment in the soul, where for a moment we can say I'm okay without experiencing anything. And the moment when soul says I'm okay without experiencing anything, that's where we experience true joy. Because true joy does not come from experiencing what is happening. True joy comes from the experiencer of what is happening. In the same way, true knowing also. When we are trying to know many things, or we are trying to know few things, but when we are not trying to know anything, then true knowing happening by itself. True knowing is happening by itself when we are not trying to know anything. That's why meditation is a very fundamental and sweet, joyful way to activate the true knowing in a way inside us. But the method is same, Teherna, learning how to be more stable, not chasing things too much, attending what is present right now. No, you see. So there is a thread here. I thought that I will highlight it, and some of you may actually benefit. No, thank you. So what is happening is in a very strange way that we have the life, very powerful life. Life is serving us fresh food in the form of food means experiences. No, but we are always eating old, stale, rotten even sometimes, because we are just involved in what we were doing that time. You know, we see the point that because we are busy in something else, we are busy in the experiences which we could not experience well, and that created discontentment inside us, that we are not available to the fresh experience which is served by source right now. And now this is going to add discontentment in the future also. We have to break this vicious circle. It's about that. It's about breaking the vicious circle, or more importantly, seeing the vicious circle first. Seeing the vicious circle is clarity, true clarity. Breaking out of it for some time is true joy. Yeah. Thank you. That's good.
Yes, very good sharing. Thank you so much for this true clarity.
So, Madhvi, you want to say something?
Yes. Namaste. Am I audible?
Yes. Namaste.
Thank you. My question is, I feel very simple. I need some clarity on the topic which we were talking yesterday. And you mentioned this line that who is paying the bill? And that was something that has stayed with me, that who is paying the bill? In my life, I am paying the bill for all my actions, but there has been time where in my childhood my parents have paid the bill for my upbringing. And right now also I feel that there are some others who are paying the bill for my actions right now. And I really need clarity on this. So please help me. Thank you.
Like in what way you need clarity?
Actually, I need clarity on this line only. Who is paying the bill? Because this line is haunting me literally. Like it's with me. It has not gone. It's I just need something from you. I don't know what, but I really need something from you on this line.
Let us begin
Thank
like
you.
this. I understood now. So let us begin like this. We think that when we see something free in existence, no, we see something we are getting something free in life, meaning not the commodities, but more the life itself, no, joy or anything, happiness or any experience in the moment. We think that it is free. When we think it is free, no, that somebody else is paying the bill, who cares? Let me just enjoy. We are making a big mistake here actually. It is like this. Somebody was asking that who is going to pay the bill in a restaurant. Somebody was asking. He said, whoever will eat will pay the bill. No? This is the law of existence. Doesn't matter whether we are aware of it or not. We are paying the bill. No? This is the point I'm trying to make. That if we can become aware of this fact, that regardless of whether the bill is visible anywhere or not, clerk is there or not, will comes due. Will always comes due. Will always comes due. You know, so there is no one who is spared. That's why we need to be careful about what we are eating or buying, no, in life, no. So this is one point of view about it. Right now you are in satsang. Okay, let's be very direct now. You must be enjoying up to some degree, some joy, some peace, some light of truth, isn't it? I'm sure every one of you is experiencing up to some degree, no? That's why you came again, no? Who is paying the bill of this? You see, like who is originating? What is the origin of it? From where this is coming? And in the fog of the mind, we just remain in some kind of spiritual fog also even. We just don't notice that who to thank. Like in this case, who is paying the bill means who you should thank, who you should be thankful to, for example. And if you can be clear about it, you will be thanking the right source of peace, truth, light here, for example. No? Isn't it? But in general, every one of you is also paying the bill, even if little bit. No? Like the more you are benefited right now, you are also paying the bill or not. Like light of truth is available in satsang fully and equally to everyone. But not everyone is benefited from it equally. No? Why? Because we are kind of saving that money called presence, called attention for something else. We are using our attention in our thoughts, in our personal story, in our mind, in our emotions. That way we are paying the bill of living those things. And that's why we are getting very less from satsang that time. And now you are getting so much more from satsang. I believe all of you. Because you are paying the bill by your attention, by keeping your attention here. So basically, I found two things through which we pay the bill in a spiritual context, first of all. One is the attention, one is the value. And they kind of go together in a way, mostly. Wherever we have value, the attention goes there. And many times, conditioning can move our attention and we start having value for that also, when we are not aware. And we should be alert about it. That's why whatever thoughts is given value inside, by our attention, we think that this is something I have to attend. This is something I have to think. No, not necessarily. Be a more conscious thinker. You yourself evaluate. Don't depend on your movement of attention only. No. You evaluate that. Yes. Why I am focusing on this thought? So this is one, And now fast forward, okay? Because I'm not, getting much content here. So fast forward is that who you are, who created you, from where you came, who is maintaining you right now, your body, breath. Like, are you maintaining your body really? Not really. You are just taking care of the body in one sense, in the sense of providing food to it, shelter to it, rest to it, exercise to it. But body itself is a mechanism not created by you. It is digesting food by itself, it is breathing by itself, it is on its own resting and waking up also. Like most of the work of the body we are not doing. And who you are, the ability of thinking, ability of analyzing, contemplation, ability of coming to the true clarity. Who created that clarity? And who you are truly, this existence that you are. Have you created yourself? Who paid the bill for all of it? The one who has paid the bill for this whole thing is what is the source of life. So we are just enjoying something which is given to us, a gift, a blessing. We don't own it. That's why those who are awake, they are only grateful for everything that is present. As it is, as it is. Because it's already much more than expected or than can be created or anything like this. No? But when we become too personal in life, then we complain, we judge people, we criticize, but not thankful. Either we are grateful in life or the opposite of it, the personal tendencies and everything. So Madhvi, the source of life is paying the bill for everything that is happening in our life, for everything that we are also. If we are complaining, we should really deeply look in this matter of who we are, from where we came, have we created ourselves? We should really wake up a little bit here so that we can see that complaint basically is a sign of sleep in a way. So that's all. Thank you. Please say anything. If you want, we can talk more.
That is very, very beautiful. It actually transferred the whole thing into a prayer within my heart. And I'm feeling so thankful. And I want to thank you for paying my bill right now. Thank you. That's very pretty. I mean, I thank you from my heart. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's very, very good. Actually, the form can never be the source, but source does use the form sometimes. That's where I found satsang happens. When the source is using the form, that is satsang. No? When the form is not interfering, form is not being used for anything called my, that is where satsang happens. No? So thank the source. Meaning thank the source also when you are thanking the form. No? Because this source is not something which knows a other. Like you are not a other to this source. Remember. This is very personal. We have too many personal ideas in the spirituality also. And because of that we are not able to see the simple truth of life. Truth is simple, very, very, very simple. But that can be lived right now, immediately, not through some lengthy thinking processes. You may not know, mostly we will not know who we are. But you can still live your truth. Nobody is stopping us from living the truth of who we are. Whether you know, whether you don't. Because as you know, there are two types of people. One who believe that I know who I am, and the other who know I don't know who I am. And as soon as you live the truth of who you are right now, immediately, a sense of blessedness is felt. In Hindi we say dhanyata. A sense of blessedness is felt immediately. You feel like, my God, life is so amazingly different than I thought. So generally I found that the person is complaining more and more and more and more. And the being who is discovering its truth is thanking more and more and more also. And if any one of you care or listen, like if you want to try sometime, when you feel like complaining, complain consciously, then see what happens. Complaint will disappear. Complainer will also disappear. A sense of blessedness will arise in the heart. Just consciously do exactly same thing, but consciously. Like conscious means just be here and conscious that okay, I'm complaining about this. Don't go anywhere else. Don't go in many things, many thoughts, many feelings. This many thought, many feeling is a state where the soul becomes very weak, and soul is not able to live the truth of itself and of life. That's where the discontentment happens a lot, deeply. Soul is discontented, and that's from where the complaint comes. Complaint is not really about very specific things. It is generally about the state of the complainer, where it is saying, I'm just empty. I was supposed to live something joyful, something nice. Like live, like I was supposed to be alive, or living the aliveness. Living life basically means living aliveness. And we are just living thoughts about them. Thoughts about them, about life is not aliveness. It's not a taste of aliveness. No? Our breath is the taste of aliveness. Not thinking about breath, not watching our breath. No? Maybe watching our breath is a method and is serving some purpose, yes. But what I'm saying right now, not thinking, oh, am I breathing? Yeah, I think I'm breathing. No, not this. Just breathing. This just breathing is breathing bliss, breathing joy, true joy. We are so absent actually. So we should do something to be present in life where we are right now. And always actually. Rather than, you cannot complain really. So thank you, Madhvi. Thank you. God bless you. Anna, you want to say something?
Namaste, good morning.
Good morning, Ji.
So beautiful and again so amazingly in line with where I was this morning before coming to Satsang and what I wanted to ask you. You were talking about Seva and the real Seva, and now with Madhvi you were talking about this source who is the source of all. And this week, because I was more turned towards myself because I was not joining any groups for satsang. I realized that I'm not living my true power. Yes, and mainly for some fear of having to serve, because before my role, or like where the only place where I felt that I'm supported by life or needed by life or by people was in serving. But that was not the serving that you were talking about today, not this real seva. And because I tried to live this power this week, I could feel that also the respect of others is much better and more. I was amazed. I mean, I don't need anybody's, like, yes, but my daughter was, for example, functioning so beautifully with me. I did not have to say things. It was just amazing, and I'm so grateful. But maybe you can say something about this living true power and why we don't live our true power. And what is the interdependence of everyone? Do we even, like, why do we need each other? Because these were like the contemplations this week, because I am so happy that I could come today and join the satsang, which means I need satsang, and I'm not like, I don't want to stop coming to satsang or stop enjoying with people who are searching the same thing. And I love my daughter, but this need for people, or I don't know how to say it. Like, because if we are in our true power, then we kind of don't really need anybody. Maybe you can say something. It's a bit messy what I'm saying. Thank you.
It's not messy actually. Very, very beautiful what you are saying. But the response is very simple. Actually, first of all, there are no people anywhere. It is life. Every one of us is life. And life is not being controlled by a person or persons or personal point of views or understandings. Life is being very lovingly managed by something called harmony. And in that harmony, there is a place for a apparent person who is totally not aware of itself, not even aware that I am. Like a non-human being, for example, a animal or somebody, not so much aware of their own existence. They are more aware of their instincts and emotions and a little bit, body, food and everything. There is a place for that also. Then there is a place for a big range of human beings also, different states of consciousness of the human beings also. And all of that is part of that great harmony. Remaining in alignment with that great harmony is remaining joyful, blissful, safe, and continuously enjoying life while returning to the source also, or connecting to the remaining connected to the source also. Getting unplugged from this harmony, getting unplugged from the harmony is where we in some way get plugged into something else. That something else is collective unconsciousness. So in this same life, there are two types of life being lived by those who are appearing as a person, as individual people, but they are connected to the harmony within themselves, or through that connected to the core harmony, which is the harmony coming from the one soul of life. And the others are who are living as a person. They are also connected to a collective source which is telling them what to do, what not to do. And that source is unconscious. Like a shadow of soul of life is there also. So for the soul of life, there is no problem. But for the individual, there is a problem. So anyone who is enjoying being a person, where we are serving or doing everything through the collective unconscious, then this is fine for them. Meaning this is that state where we are not aware that we are not aware of something deeper in our life. Daily life, living everything, earning money, enjoying life is more than enough. And this is fine, really. It is like something part of life also, part of that great harmony also. But when the time comes, when we become more conscious than usual, there was a movie, Free Guy. This is what happens, that when we become more conscious than necessary, than for living life, enjoying life, that's where the questions come. Or that's where the suffering begins also. Suffering is not really like we are unhappy in life. Suffering is that we are not happy in life in this way of living. We need some other way of living life. This some other way of living life is for what spirituality is. Spirituality is not to serve the egoic way, personal way at all. It is to get out of it, to help you get out of it. And that's why those who are still trying to remain in that egoic way and trying to be happy through spirituality, they cannot succeed ever actually. However, those who want to clearly connect to their way now, their original way now. This is that original way that you connect to yourself. You can live very wonderful life. Like as individual, we can live a wonderful life. Because life is not being lived by an individual person. Life is appearing as an individual person, and within that there is something called will of the source. Will of the source basically is the plan of the source for this form, for this individual soul, that how long it will be an individual soul and when it will merge back. It is not like a plan in the sense of plan on paper, but it is like a plan in the sense of intention. Intuitive intention, internal intention. That's why it's really a very, very good idea to check who I am. You will suddenly start understanding this, what I'm sharing. Like, oh yeah, you are right. I don't really know who I am. I don't even know where I am. I don't even know where is my source, who is doing. And suddenly your eyes will start opening up to this great harmony. Who is doing it? You are not doing it. With this you, who is confused, is not really a person. It is a confusion happening in between, in the consciousness. But if you, the soul, attend it, you will not live the joy. Then you will suffer. Not living the joy is suffering here. In the personal way, suffering is different. Suffering is like, oh, I did not get my favorite mobile phone, my bike, my car, or laptop or something. That is suffering there. No? Here it is different. Here is not connecting to the truth is suffering. Not living the way of your being is suffering now. No? Doesn't matter what. So living is not really limited to I will live this only and not live this. No, everything is fine. But while remaining connected to the harmony. And this harmony, the harmony gives us the sense of individual also. And takes away that sense of individual also, or at the right time. Like as if it is melting. That's why the best practice is to remain in the present. Remaining in the present is the best practice in this way also. Remaining in the present, totality, samagrata, these are best practices. To get us out of the ideas we have about life, which are not true. Nobody need any idea. We don't need any knowledge, by the way, to live anything of our life. Meaning how to? Yes, we need. What to do? Mostly not. Why to do something? Nobody knows. Actually, nobody knows why to do anything. Why you are doing anything? Why you are here? If you truly ask, you will not be able to answer. Why you are, by the way? Why you exist? Do you know? You don't know this, no? So this is my point of view. What do you feel? It could be sometimes too abstract. So I would like to, make it more concrete. Please tell me.
No, I can very much follow and understand what you're saying. And this suffering is so immediate at this point that there is nothing else left but to always then turn back attention. Maybe if you can just say a little bit more about, because I was asking about other and ones. So until it is 100% that there is nobody else, because I honestly, for me, it's sometimes like this and sometimes like that. For example, in Satsang, I feel more one, of course. But then where do the personal boundaries come in this what you were explaining, that there is like people who are happy just with their ego? And because when I was contemplating this, why I'm not living my truth, my full power fully, it was because I could feel my core, then I could feel the one on the outside, and I could feel like like something like a sheet in between. Like if we speak like how visually, or how I experienced it from like the feeling, the experience. So there was something in between. And this in between, I was then inquiring into what is that, and this was some kind of something between fear and something between like personal boundary. And maybe if you can say a little bit about that. Thank you.
There is a truth in what you are saying. No, there is a truth in what you are saying, but also there is a influence of the false in it, in this view, in this seeing. And just remove that influence and everything will be joyful. So when a soul living connected to the harmony looks at a person who is not living connected to the harmony, who is living connected to the unconsciousness, how does it feel? It feels fine. It's a fact. And it will deal with it accordingly. That it knows that this is a person not living in the harmony, so its actions are going to be obviously, like for example, human person, human, when a person means a human, is much more unpredictable. Any human, a non-human like a soul who is like an animal or tree, they are very predictable. They have a pattern, they have a system. No? So, from this person, which is not so natural, which is like having that kind of cunningness of the mind, cleverness of the mind, you will stay away from it. You will know that, oh, this is not the right company for me. No? But you will not hate it. You will not judge it. You will feel like, yeah, it's a fact. So, what is going to happen is that as you will relax in the truth of who you are more, and you will allow yourself to connect to this harmony, which is our source, it will guide you in a way. In the sense that it will show you that there are many different kind of people living in this world, not just two type of people in this world. No? And your heart will open up for them in the sense of they will not be rejected out of your view of life. They will be allowed to be there also. Like this. However, your interactions and your deeper, let's say not intimacy, but deeper meetings with the people will happen more where they are more connected to the harmony. And they may be connected to the harmony even for a moment also. Sometimes there is an opening that happens in a person. When you are there, because of your company, somebody may get influenced in some way, like in a beautiful way. And they may connect to the harmony and they feel very nice, very happy. Don't misunderstand. And then their emotionality comes back, personal emotionality again comes back, oftentimes. And that's where we feel, oh my God, what happened? This person was so beautiful and then suddenly it became so personal now. No. The best practice is to remain connected to yourself, to the harmony, not to anybody else. So, not that there are no people. No, there are no people for you. There is no job given to you to judge them. No, you are given only one job. Play well as who you are. And that is only possible if you connect to the source of who you are. Remain connected to the source of who you are also, all the time. Meaning, if possible, all the time. No? Then you will see the persons, you will see the people, and yet you will not actually see them in a way, in the sense like, oh, what is this, who is this? No, you are too busy in yourself. No? So be more busy in yourself. This is actually Satya Seva. This is not being selfish. And there is a very subtle difference between Satya Seva and selfishness. Swarth and Paramarth. No? Swarth means selfishness, Paramarth is for others or for not being selfish, like doing something without being selfish. This is not being selfish actually. This is Satya Seva. Remaining connected to the source of our own being, our own existence is Satya Seva actually. And please be aware of one more component here. That component is our relationship with the personal life. So there is a personal component, personal energy inside us also, which has also given us something in the past. Some relation, some way of experiencing certain things. No? And as if sometimes we like that, like we kind of want to continue that. And that is where the problem is. This is the biggest problem. It is not a bigger problem, it's a biggest problem. That biggest problem is the choice. You need to choose. one of the two versions. These are the two versions of life, not the two realities of life. Same reality of life being lived in two ways. Way of the person and way of the being. So this is the biggest question, making the choice. And we are afraid. Until I clearly know what all is offered in this way of the being, how can I let go of it? But if you don't let go of it, you can never know. This is the problem. But those who are clear, true clarity comes here. Those who are clear what actually being a person is offering me, they become clear that whether it is for me or I can retract myself from it. No? It's just about retracting yourself, nothing else. Thoughts, feelings which are personal in nature, they start falling away from your system. No? Being replaced, they start getting replaced in a more impersonal way. Because facts are facts still. Tree is still tree. River is still river. Mountain is still mountain. Sky is still sky. You see the point? So dealing with persons from the impersonal place of being, versus dealing with persons from the personal place, dealing with impersonals from the impersonal place. Like as if we are saving some personal energy for the times when I will be meeting a person. I need to save some energy. No, you don't need. You don't need to. Soul is capable of meeting the persons also. Whenever you will meet a person, their personal energy will try to pull you in being a person, and your choice and connection with yourself will try to pull them in your way. Let's see who wins. No? You see, it's a very clear thing. Let's see who wins. Be more stubborn. This stubbornness is good. Totally stubborn. No, I'm just going to be living in my way of being. I will not be a person. I'm not interested in being a person. Because you have seen clearly that it doesn't offer anything. Not that it doesn't offer anything. Being a person offers exactly the same things which being a being offers to us in terms of living life. But there is some cost to it. There is something else about it. Like you need to not be there where you are. Always be somewhere else than where you are right now. Don't try to feel what you are feeling right now. Don't try to live the experience which is present right now. Try to remember the experiences which you had before. Like this, make this also a memory. And then live it in future. No? This is the way of the person. We spend a lot of money, organize, trip, vacation and everything. Then there we go, keep clicking photos and videos and keep talking. When we went there, when we went here, what happened? You see, not living. So not living is the way of the person. Not living and complaining. My God, what life? We have no life to live. Funny people. Just funny people. Nothing wrong in that. This is their choice. What is your choice? And one thing I want to, just a clue, just a side note. If you start living right now, you may think I will finish life. No, not at all. You don't know how much life is left to be lived. We don't know how much life, how many dimensions of life are left to be lived. If we continue living for like really long time, like let's say 10,000 years or 100,000 years, still I feel, we will feel like I have actually not started living yet. So there is no complaint, no problem about that. Remember. You will not be able to finish the beauty and mystery of life, like, oh my God, everything finished. I lived everything. That's why those who are not awake, those who are not present in life and while living it, they are just not living at all. At all, just at all. They are just not living at all. They are more serving the great harmony in some way, which we are not aware of right now. They are also serving, but in some other way. There is only one master, remember. Everyone is serving that master, that Lord, that is what is source of life. No? And that master is so loving and mysterious, that master is present in everyone who is serving also. The better you serve, the more that becomes clear that the master and the servant are one. No? Like 100% options are given. It is up to us how much, what options we want. This personal tendency does not stop outside of satsang. It continues in satsang also. No? People keep doing sadhana in satsang, for example. They are doing exactly the same thing. They are not living what is given here right now. They are going to live it tomorrow. No? You see, same exact tendency of person continues even in satsang. No? If you could live this, what is being shared here, it can just kind of finish so many things. So thank you. I think it's good or no? Anything left?
Thank you. There is just one option, and because everything else feels dead, there is no life in living the person. So it becomes within seconds. It becomes clear that no, I'm not going this way. It is so beautiful. Thank you.
It's just about being present, being conscious. The more you are conscious, the more you are able to see how dead that thing is which you are living in the name of alive. No? You see? So it's just about how much conscious we are. That hey, when we are very less conscious, in the beginning everybody is very less conscious, so we don't need to be judgmental about ourselves or others. Like, oh, I am so conscious now. That time, that what we call life is actually just not living at all from another point of view, where you are right now, for example, Anna. No? But remember, you were also like this one day, no? You used to call it life. Let's go, party. Party what? Like someone like you, let's say, reaches to a party, you will keep thinking when the party will happen. They're just moving from one to another. When exactly party will begin? No. So for you, party is not happening in that party, which is party for them. That time, actually, the party is a way to not remember yourself. In the person state, we need to do continuously something or the other so that we don't stop, so that we don't fall into ourselves, so that our consciousness, our attention does not touch the source. No? So it is life also, doing something continuously so that we don't wake up. That's why nobody can wake up in the personal way. We will have to leave that personal way because that has a fundamental fault in it, in the sense, or it has a different purpose of it. Our personal way is personal way is to keep ourselves in a identity while not living anything, almost. The way of the soul is identity or no identity, living the reality of life, enjoying fully. Like you can even live your body, your breath, and you feel like, oh wow. You don't need great experiences anywhere out there. No, there's no greatest. This is the greatest right here. Your own soul, your own breath, your own body. So everything has its own purpose. We need to just find out our timing. What is my timing? Suffering is the alarm telling us that our time is up for certain things. Now we need to go deeper. No, suffering is nothing else. No, in the spiritual sense. No? Joy, true joy, basically is an indicator that okay, we are aligned. We are aligned back to that stream, that timing. Because very frankly speaking, there are so many simple methods to do what we call time management, task management, personal management, ability management, emotion management. Everything can be managed so easily if still it is your time to live as a person, and you can live a wonderful life as a person. Like a successful person, Basically there are two types of person, no? One who is failed person, failing, or one who is succeeding, no? A successful person will be the one who is managing well itself, its time, its energy, its attention, its task. No, but when your time is up for that, whatever you do, you cannot be happy now. This is the problem. Whatever you do, whatever we do, we cannot be happy now because our time is up for that. No. Now life need to be enjoyed. Like we can be joyful in life in another way. Another way means more conscious, self-consciousness. In the person state, there is a minimal self-consciousness. In the presence state, there is a maximum self-consciousness. The difference is of the self-consciousness, not of anything else really. Fundamentally. So we will find out our right timing, right place. We can start with by being present. We can start with giving value to the true clarity. True clarity is for that purpose, so that we can start finding the right place in existence, right timing, right way of being also, like this. Because there is a kind of a sweet spot somewhere in this way of being, where we start enjoying again, no? Where we don't have so much stress of going to the awakening or enlightenment, but also we are not feeling that suffering which we feel as a person also. There is somewhere, there is a sweet spot. And these three things, true clarity, true joy and true knowing, are like a pathway where you will find that sweet spot in some way, some place that, this is the place for me, where you will continuously enjoy life, continuously enjoy yourself also. So please use this well and find out your place. Thank you. Ines, you want to say something?
Hello, Rajee.
Hello, dear.
I just want to say it's such a beautiful satsang, and I really feel connected to a lot of points. I think everything that you are sharing, and it's just so joyful to be here with you, and yeah, it's so helpful what is being shared, and just to be here with you, and I just wanted to come forward and connect with you, and I'm just too happy to be here. And also I feel it's very true also how you're sharing that a lot of times, I'm becoming more aware of the unconscious things that are going on, and also able to unplug, and mostly through the breathing and the meditations. And then that is the time also that a lot of things become clear, that stay clear even in the unconscious time. Like, I'll put it like that, just for speaking purpose. And also it's so true that when I sit quietly, I keep noticing this, that I don't really know who I am. And you keep saying, go back to the breath and see where it's coming from, who's created it, like how come it's here. And I'm not doing it. And it's such a humbling and joyful thing to start noticing.
It is actually very beautiful what I lived also when you were saying this. It's very beautiful, yeah. It is such a beautiful thing. Like, you cannot really feel like, oh, I know so much and like this, but it is pure joy. It is pure bliss, pure truth being lived here, no? And this is what I'm trying. Everyone, come here, stay here. This is what is meditation, no? Meditation is not really sort of a place to go there and do something. It is more of a original state of being to come and stay here. So that truth is revealed. First of all, it is revealed that I don't know myself. But this time, when you are knowing that I don't know myself, you are also knowing that I am, or not. You don't have doubt about it now. Like beyond doubt, you are knowing I am, and yet you are not screaming or anything. You are like, yeah, it's fine. Living the truth of yourself, yeah, while knowing actually, I don't know myself. Like I have not spent enough time with myself. It means my attention, my ability of knowing was outside too much for a long time. Now it needs to stay here. In meditation, our attention is staying in ourselves and knowing ourselves, like interested in ourselves. No? In just seeing, for example, our attention is still staying in ourselves in a way, but just looking out, not going out. There is a difference between going out and looking out for the attention. So our attention is looking out, but not going out, not touching what we are looking at. We are just looking at it from a distance, just seeing. Even that is also very beautiful. It's very good what you are saying. The thing is that there is a real version of life, and there is a imagined version of life, and mostly we are living in the imagined version, even in the spirituality. That's where, when something, I will speak very directly, it feels like, oh, this is not really what I was searching for. No. So even we are searching for truth in the way of the false. Like truth is the idea we have about something, and we are not certain what truth really means. Like we are searching for enlightenment, for example. We are searching for awakening, for example. What exactly is awakening? If anybody questions, it can be eye-opener. So basically, opening the eyes is the key, no? More and more and more. I heard something very beautiful. I read something very beautiful in one magazine that somebody said that if I am given chance to choose what I want in my next life, I will want everything to be exactly as it is in this life, except that I will keep my eyes a little more open next time. You see? Just this much is the difference. And this is why we say drashti hi srashti hai, meaning as much we can see, so much exists for us. We are very less aware of life, and we think this much is the only life. Oh, life is so much more than the person knowing it, no? So it's just about being aware. What is that drashti? What is that capacity of seeing which can show us the fullness, full truth of life? That comes from the self-awareness. Your own being has that capacity, or given that capacity. No? Come to your being, stay in your being, live here, and you will start getting back. We will start getting back that ability, that consciousness or alertness, awareness through which we see life as it is. It is revealed. The secrets, the mysteries of life are revealed to us without going anywhere. Just being, just seeing. Just being, just seeing. Everything is revealed in front of you. Mind is a very limited, congested space. Truth cannot be known here. Clarity can happen only. Meaning the one who is living in the mind can know that truth cannot be known here. This is clarity fundamentally. No? When the thinker wakes up in the mind. No? So this is very good. No? Thank you. God bless you.
Rajee, I feel this is also so helpful to acknowledge on some level that there's so much that I don't know, and I don't know from a certain level. Or also what you're saying, there's so many things which I have no idea about, but to allow that and not to be, upset about it. Like it's okay that this state is there and this place where I don't know things, or I cannot truly be myself, and to be open that there's, that's not it.
Oh yeah. When we have assumption that I am supposed to know everything, which person always has, the more intelligent you can say, the more intellectual the person is, the more it has a assumption that I am supposed to know everything. But when we have this assumption, then yes, then not knowing is like, what are you talking about? But when we are not looking at life in a personal way like this, personal way is like, knowledge is like a tool or a power we are using against others to show that how bigger I am than you. No? Person is a state where we are always trying to show ourselves bigger than others in one way or the other. Power, knowledge is also used as a power. Even spiritual growth is used as a power also many times, or seen many times like this. That's where not every person will grow in spirituality. Only those persons who are ready to let go of being a person continue growing. No? Those who hold back, no, I will continue being a person even if I don't know so much. They will not grow so much, because in the spirituality, growth only happens when we let go of being a person. No? Because this is the path where we come home to the truth of who we are beyond being a person. It's a higher version of reality, higher life. Spirituality is a higher life actually. It's not really same thing, like, oh, they are this thing, this thing, this thing, and then spirituality. Not like this. Not for me, at least. Not here, not in this group. So, anybody who is trying to solve their personal problems here, is really wasting their time. Personal problems can be so easily solved. So easily personal problems can be solved. So just use your mind, think a little bit, sit. You will just find the right answer there. But this, what we are trying to solve, cannot be solved. We can only align ourselves to the harmony, and it start revealing. No? It cannot be done. What we are doing cannot be done. No, it cannot be done from the individual point of view. Like an individual cannot make effort and get it. No? So thank you. It's very, very good. Dharma, you want to say something?
Namaste, Rajee.
Namaste.
You can hear me well?
I can hear you well.
Yeah, I just felt to speak with you, and while waiting, I got this topic. You mentioned that at some point you just don't find juice in the personal way. I think something along these lines you said, and then you have to shift. It's kind of happening for me, but I'm still somehow I can see that I'm trying to squeeze some juice out, but then failing every time miserably.
In what you are feeling? This I missed, I think.
Trying to find juice in doing some personal things in a personal way, you know.
Personal
The
way.
old way, how I used to find joy, and I can see myself trying from time to time, not always, and each time is a kind of big failure. Like it's just like there is no juice left there, you know.
I totally understand this. Yeah.
And at the same time, I kind of started to develop interest in this self-expression that you used to make us do in the past, like 3-4 years ago, you know, like singing and these kind of things, as was part of the integration exercises. So yeah, I'm just like sometimes I find myself like learning to sing, and just these kind of things are there.
Oh yes, yes. Understand
So
that.
it's coming more and more. Like I kind of lost the purpose in the old projects. Like for everything that has result in the future is like I just don't see any purpose. Like something I should get in this moment. Only then I will do. This kind of thing has happened now.
Yes.
So I would like if you can speak something on this.
Yes. It is actually that shift which happens, no, which is happening to you also, that from this person to the being that we are, no, because the being is not really in living in that kind of dream state where it is just waiting for, basically dream. The soul is not living in this model of desire. Model of desire is where we have desire, then we have patience when we invest and so like this. No, soul lives in a different model. This is what you are talking about, that I want something right now, which does not necessarily mean that you will get the result of your effort in the practical life or any other dimension of life, but you will get joy of doing it, for example, and it is really possible. So fundamentally, there are two ways where we do things. One, that we do things in such a way that we enjoy doing it. Some people find the things that they enjoy doing, or some people find a way to enjoy what they are doing, even if they have not chosen it. But as a result, they enjoy doing it, not waiting for the results. No? In one way or the other, this is what is Karma Yoga also. That don't focus on the result so much. And who focuses on the result? The one who is not enjoying the doing of it. No? The one who is enjoying the doing of what we are doing right now actually almost forgets the result. And result always either comes as a surprise, like a bonus, like, my God, I'm being paid also for enjoying living and doing things, or nothing happened, fine, like, so fine, what happened, nothing, of course this does not apply to practical things like money and all, and where we need to be practical, of course, but you are not talking about that. I can totally understand this, because there we were waiting for some things to be finished so that we can start living. Start living or start being joyful, same thing actually. And funny thing is that even right now I sense some beings here in this group right now waiting that one day I will live. Their true clarity can help so much more. What are you waiting for? Like, we can check what I am waiting for. Why I cannot relax? Relax means what? Relax means relax in my being. Relax in my breath even, if not being. And immediately you will feel this joy. Joy of life. No, this is what is joy of life. Joy of living. No? Joy of being is much deeper. But even joy of living, life is joy actually. But this joy can be lived from the present, not from mind. So present and mind are two things, not like present and past. No? Present and mind. No? Past is a subject created by the mind, which does not exist anywhere. Like a topic created for involvement, so that, oh no, there is something very important called past, there is something very important called future. But that actually, neither that actually exists as much as we create in the mind, nor so relevant it is or heavy. If we live the present well, we are taking care of the future anyway. And we need to absorb the learnings of the past also to live present well. So is not everything included in this already? No. In the personal way, we avoid living the present. This is the very categorically we avoid living the present. And then we keep doing everything else. That's another way of living life. That's why person always tries to live in the present and does not succeed. And the soul just lives. And this soul which just lives here, start discovering some fundamental thing. There's some fundamental thing to be discovered here, no? That I, as a form, as an individual soul or whatever we call, actually I have two aspects. One, which is appreciating and living the flow of life, and even flowing with the flow of life also as necessary. Not like flown away, but flowing as it happens, and then returned, consciousness returns back to you. And there is another aspect of me which is not moving at all. Just not moving. This is known so naturally here. So naturally it is known here. My God, this aspect of myself is just never moving anywhere. And this is so much more profound discovery actually. Because it is the discovery of that which is not changing also. It is, but not changing. Right now, changeless is more of a concept for us. But now it will be actual reality. And then involvement or flowing with the life will be so much more now. Because before we were conservative that if I flow with life too much, I will be flown away. Like I will be lost in life. Now you know you cannot be lost. This stillness of the being will cause the return of the consciousness on time always. Always on time. That's why appropriateness happens in the experiencing. Like as much as necessary, involvement happens, and when not necessary, the consciousness returns back to the source. Again, always. The appropriateness is a very natural thing coming from the harmoniousness of the soul, the truth of the soul also. We don't need to learn these things. We can just live them as we start living the truth of who we are. So all that which matters for the soul is within the soul. We come in, start living, and then it starts, in a way, unfolding in a way, all this. I understand your point of view. But I just want to mention here that activities are not personal. Activities are not of personal nature. Intentions, desires, or state, who is doing it, they are personal, not the activity itself. Activity is innocent. Movement of life, activity is movement of life. It is innocent. It can be lived in both the positions, both the states. Obviously, the desire will be different, purpose will be different. Like you, as you are now, more present oriented. Then no, I want this right now, not tomorrow.
It's like almost I can feel or see that uh, in the future nothing fundamentally going to shift. It's the same. I'll be same, and maybe the situation is different, but ultimately I will be the same. So it's just technically not possible to find joy in that this kind of sense I have now. It's like before it was like, okay, I get the success and I'll be happy, or I get this thing and I'll be happy, and there's very strong like Maya. But now there's a sense like nothing is going to make me happy long enough. Ultimately, it's all going to shift. That's very strong sense now. Um, and also one thing you mentioned earlier that there's a sweet spot, something like you mentioned.
I did, yeah.
So in my case, I feel like when I like singing or other things, these activities, even doing yoga or something, there is little bit of awareness of my presence is there. And when there is this sweet spot is there, it's somehow it's very sweet, I have to say.
But
Like when there is a bit of awareness of myself in the activity, the joy is somehow very different quality. For example, if I am watching a movie and I'm completely lost in the movie, and then it's of course you're watching this cricket match or something, and you are completely lost in it, that is a very different taste. Whereas if I have some sense of my presence as well, it's a qualitatively very different feeling or the joy.
okay, this is correct. This is correct. Yeah. So this is the basic difference in experiencing life. Basically, we are experiencing life, right? Doing things, arranging things, all of that is fine, practical. But fundamentally, for what? For experiencing, no? So fundamentally, we are experiencing life. in the way where we are not aware of ourselves, the personal way of experiencing life, and another way where we are aware of ourselves. And as you said, it is very true. It's fundamentally different. It is very joyful, by the way, but also very playful. What we are experiencing, we are going to be playful towards it. We cannot be so involved now. No? How you can be involved? Because you know that I'm kind of remaining there, no, untouched in one sense. No? Like you know that I'm seeing it. It is a piece of plastic, electronics, no, the TV, for example. It's not really that there's a room or there's a garden or there's a ocean or there's a river or yes, I understand that. What also happens is that there's a shift, shift. There's a shift, something called shift happens in the soul. That shift is shift of gear, in one sense. And that time when shift is happening, that time certain things happen. If we can be aware of it, we can make best use of that time also. Because during that time, life may become a little bit dull also. Because we lose interest in the personal way, but we have not started enjoying in the way of the being yet. But it doesn't mean that we should go back in the personal way. No. We should more invest in meditation, in ourselves, so that it unlocks that power which we are. So that the full-fledgedly we start living as who we are, everything in the practical life. No? Then what happens is that practical life activities or activities through the body mind and living as yourself become something so much more powerful. It's like a fire. It's like, every day is very fiery, like in a sense of fireworks, like a celebration every day, because you know you are not losing yourself ever. But you are living yourself in different ways. Like through the activity, you are living yourself now. So living becomes a medium, and then totality or samagrata becomes natural also. Natural. It's just natural. Like why you would like to save yourself? You are already saved well all the time. You see? And then it becomes so beautiful, so beautiful. So just a little bit note that, be careful about it, and we can spend a lot of time in remaining dull in this transition period. Like I'm just feeling dull, don't feel like doing anything. No, you don't feel like doing anything as a person, but you can actually start doing things as a being so much more. Samagrata, totality, is a very important thing to be understood here in terms of doing anything. Because it is going to open that thing which need to be opened up for us to become free from that hangover of being a person. Because person also has a hangover where we feel dull, feeling dull, I don't feel like not having interest in doing anything. Not having interest in doing anything as a person only, not really as the being. No? So just few notes. Thank you.
Also, just one more topic. It kind of comes back to the original topic you mentioned about the sadhana. I kind of have now very strange feeling to do sadhana for myself. It's like almost I can't do it like that anymore. And the non-purposeful sadhana is I'm still like kind of getting not so comfortable, but sometimes I go do it and then okay, then I move, because before there was a strong push of okay, I want to do it myself, there's a willpower and I'll sit. But now I kind of somehow feel the reason I'm saying like this, because I have not understood the point completely, but I feel there's something wrong with doing sadhana for myself, and so I want it to happen naturally, which it happens sometimes, but maybe not enough. And then so I'm playing with this idea of if the sadhana can happen or any spiritual activity can happen just on its own without doing it for me, that kind of thing. So I thought I'll
Yeah,
make this last
understand.
point.
This is actually, I clearly feel there is a little bit hangover of being a person there actually. Because sadhana has nothing to do with anybody else or you or anything. It's something really very fundamental. It is beyond being a person, beyond being a soul also. For me, sadhana is not really like, oh, I the person should do sadhana so that what? So that you can get something. No? When we go to office, when you do business, you are doing sadhana. This is sadhana. Everything is sadhana in life. Everything is sadhana in life. We are talking about spiritual sadhana. Why you should not do spiritual sadhana? You know, so it is that hangover of the person where you saw things as a person and you saw that they are futile. They were a wrong way of looking at things. No, come to the right way of looking at things also now. No? Effort is very, very important. Try to understand effort here. In general, let me share what is effort. I am talking, on one hand, I am talking about harmony, connecting to the harmony. On another hand, I am saying effort. Why? So our own consciousness, our own individuality, you can say ourself, our energies, they are working or flowing in such a way right now, our thoughts and feelings and actions are working in such a way right now that they are against the harmony. They are resisting to the harmony right now. Hence the sadhana. Sadhana is not really only to connect to the harmony, but to remain connected also. Every level of our consciousness, whether it is body, whether it is thought, whether it is feeling, should connect to the harmony and should remain connected to the harmony. And when it is not agreeing to it, we do something about it. That doing something about it is what is sadhana. Sadhana means balancing, alignment. Sadhana basically means alignment. No? So aligning our body, mind and everything to the harmony, which is in our own soul. No? Like this. So if we don't do like this, by default, everybody, our conditioning of the body mind has resistance for truth. So to remove that resistance, only this much, so that the harmony can take over, or we can plug. It's same thing really. And when the harmony is the individual is not connected to the harmony, that time living in the disharmony, we feel many things. Those many things are, I am a person, I have this life, I have that life. Without knowing our source, without discovering, questioning who we are. No. So sadhana is important. This is why I feel this is like a hangover of the person little bit there. It is pure wastage of time, by the way. There will be ideally only two states of a soul. One, when you are doing something. Another, when you are not doing anything. When you are doing something, you are only doing that thing. When you are not doing anything, you are really not doing anything. And if there is third state, that is the state of transition, somewhere in between we are caught up. That's why, my friends, let us learn meditation and let us learn samagrata. Just two things. And it will take care of everything. No? The rest other things are one way or the other, consciousness is caught up in something. No? When you decide, I have done a lot, I just want to sit right now and don't do anything. You will start feeling your being naturally without doing anything about it. No? Then a feeling will come or life will call for some activity. Then whole of you will attend it. Whole of you. Whole of you. Samagrata simply means whole of you attending something. Not like trying to watch, trying to be aware. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Just whole of you. But not in parts, but in as a whole. You know, all of your thoughts, all of your feelings, all of your emotions, all of your body, everything together, one as one thing. Not many things, many thinker, many thoughts, not like this. No? And then see what happens. So this is what I am saying, that be alert about it. There are many deceptions here and many people get stuck for a long time. It is just pure wastage of time basically. Because later on we realize, oh, it was just wastage of time.
what you say makes complete sense. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you. It's nice, it's nice. And when you were talking about singing or anything like this, it also is a very useful activity, I feel. What happens is that we have been speaking as a person, but nobody can sing as a person really. You will have to really drop into the being to be truly able to sing really heartfelt. No? If you are like feeling from the heart and singing, you cannot remain as a person that time. That's why singing is useful when we are returning home. No? That's the reason. We can sing as a soul, but we cannot speak as a person in the beginning. No? Like this. To be able to speak in the as a soul, you need to surrender in a way, give up your mind also to the truth. No, that okay, hey truth, or hey soul, you can use my mind also now. So mind is not kept for personal use only. Mind is like you write a board here. This is for personal use only. Rest is for the soul. Mind is for the personal use. Not like this anymore. You say no, everything, mind also. Then you are able to speak also from the soul. But before that, singing is a better idea because soul will start becoming prominent, like strong in our existence. No? Then speaking is also very easy. Or maybe not like directly speaking, but more like the old movies where they talking and then suddenly take off and they start singing and then land back to talking dialogue again. No? Like a mix of talking and singing. Like a musical, like a musical basically, like sound of music or something like this. So thank you, it's nice, thank you. Nishant, you want to say something?
No, Rajee. Thank you. I would like to have a gentle exploration. Yes. Actually, I feel many of the things I would like to talk, you've already covered, but still, I would like to connect with you. Like this. So the topic is suffering. So there was some experience today which I felt was interesting, so I'll just bring that up. Yeah. So there is this one type of suffering which it's like you're trying to be achieve something at work. You have a career goal, it's not happening, and there's some kind of suffering. Yeah. Then there is other kind of suffering which like happened today morning. I went swimming today, and there was a little bit of swell, right? A little bit of waves. It was raining in my city, and there was a little bit of waves, right? So it was very nice when entering and going into the water. So this is in the ocean. Enjoyed over there, and then when time to come back, then it just started getting tougher, right? The shore is not getting closer, right?
Oh.
So we're swimming towards the shore, and there is now some, in the opposite direction, and we're not getting closer, right? So this is like, in one way, instant suffering. There is no solution later, right? But when we see like this, if you start thinking like, okay, now how do we solve this, right? Then you realize if you swim slightly at an angle, and it's going to take some time to get to shore. Like swimming fast to get there in the next 5 minutes is really not necessary, and that's bound to fail, right? So you readjust, so you're breathing more in a natural way, and you pace your strokes so that you can swim much longer. And then you start to enjoy it more because the ocean is like it is like moving more, and you know that you are making progress but more slowly, right? And you will get there eventually, right? And that and then that instantly that suffering just goes away, right? Not instantly maybe, but soon it dissolves, right? And then you get to shore after longer than you intended. And you meet other people who were with you, and they also say the same thing, right? And they realize that there's a swell in this direction. If you walk further down the bridge in the opposite direction, you enter from there, it'll be much easier to handle. And then somebody was like, "Shall we do it again?" Like, yes, let's do it, because you know the solution now. No? and you go back in, but you don't go so deep in because you know there is some undercurrents and things like that. It's so beautiful, so enjoy it like this. Yeah, maybe you can start here.
Uh, I'm just trying to figure out where is suffering in this. No?
Just the fact, during that brief period when you realize that, you're swimming fast with the group and you're not reaching anywhere. Actually, for me, there was no suffering even then, but I realized that for some people, it can be sudden, panic and suffering and things like that. You're
No,
not.
I feel what is happening here is that you did not suffer and some people can suffer. What exactly is that? Basically, suffering is not really so much of a experience caused by what happens in life. It is more what comes out of our own heart, which is stored in our heart. Like the soul is suffering internally and then found a region to express that, that's why I'm suffering. This is what fundamentally is felt, that soul is suffering because of not living the truth, because of not living its own joy and potential and possibilities of life. And then, because of you, I'm not living. Meaning it is obviously indirectly comes like this. But we are more unhappy than our energy. Like our energies are unhappy that time. Like there is a discomfort. Like energies are challenged that time, and which are creating discomfort, right? No, obviously. But we are feeling that discomfort more than that actually. From where that discomfort is coming from the one who is living it. No? So if we can be deeply joyful when we are joyful, or if we can be deeply unhappy when we are unhappy, also we will get out of that state in which we live as a person, no? Where we store the suffering, no? Which keep coming out, which keep spilling out in a way, like that deep discomfort in the soul keeps coming out, getting mixed up with something that we are experiencing. I look at it like this. Because that's why I was trying to figure out initially where is suffering in this. It is only an experience of energy being challenged, which is a real thing. And real is always joyful. Real, the taste of real is always joyful. Challenged but joyful. Challenged but sweet, no? So it's like a bitter sweet in a way. Like bitter in a way and fundamentally sweet also. So please tell me anything else now.
Yeah, so true, Raji. It's so true. Yeah. You mentioned it already. I'm just reiterating that, it makes so much sense that when there is some unhappiness, somehow we try to escape. We try to, I don't know, look at Instagram or do something else rather than just live it fully at that time. And then it is over. And then there is no need to express it in any other way. It is over.
Yeah.
What is it is so true.
Yeah, that's the thing. If we can deeply live what we are living right now, let's say happy experiences, eating fruits, let's say somebody eats fruit, breakfast, or like something we eat which we enjoy eating. If we can enjoy that fully, fully means not, shrunk a little bit, not, it's like, in Hindi we say, khiche, khiche, khiche rehna, like, not aloof somehow, not aloof. No, like let's be present and live it. Suffering is more of a trauma in the soul. Suffering basically is more of a trauma in the soul that life was not joyful. And then we are stuck in that memory continuously, that life was not joyful. But life can be joyful now, if we live it, no? If we give chance to the present moment, no? But we are not giving chance to the present now. No? Yes, it might be true that life was not joyful in the past, and for most of the people it was like this, by the way. In the person state, in the unconscious state, many things happen which cause unhappiness also, and we contribute to it also up to some degree, and we allow certain things which we will not allow now in our life, no? When we are conscious and we have more control on our life. No? But it doesn't mean that life is finished now. What about present moment? What about present right now? So we are mostly trying to solve the problems which have happened in the past. But how you will solve them? They already have finished, no? Their scope is gone, no? Now only we can remove their memory and have a new start, no? And somehow we are just not able to see this, you know. Yeah, it's a beautiful, nice place, like, very happy. Yeah, I'm very happy for you. But actually we are not happy really. We are not allowing ourselves to vibrate in that happiness, that time, which can actually shred off that dust of memory of sadness and everything. No? Like we are holding back somehow. We are holding back, saving ourselves from happiness also. From life actually, from present also. Because we have created a life out of it. We have created a life out of unhappiness. Life of a person, I am that person. Like this. And as you know, I'm not giving any advice to anyone. I'm just showing some mirror here. All I'm saying is that if it is how it is for you and you are fine, any one of you, like it's fine. But if you feel that you are stuck in that state, then I'm sharing with you that this can help you in getting out of it. Use the present to get out of it. Use the present to get out of past. We cannot use the past to get out of past. It will be just maybe shifting from the very old past to a more recent past, no? But still in that same model, no? Being in the present is a different model of living life. It's not about time. It's not about this moment or that moment. It's not about that. It's about a model. It's a way of living life. No? So thank you, Nishant. I think it's nice, no?
Thank you very much, Rajee. Yes, it's very clear. Thank you.
Ekta, you want to say something?
Namaste, beloved.
Namaste.
I'm so happy. This satsang is so powerful, and each question is just so potent, and your answers are just so many fireworks. I just want to thank each of the participants that have asked these questions. So thank you. I have a question about what I noticed is I still enter into a space of person and the reaction instead of being present and the response. And the awareness comes, but once the act has already happened, and I just wanted to bring that to you because, the state leaves a residue, and, there needs to be a resolve because the residue is still, the person mode. When I'm so happy in being the being, somehow the residue can pull me back, and yet the being is really enjoying the breath, the trees, the everything around, and yet there is this pulling of this residue. So that's the reason I'm like, I just wanted to bring that in front of you, that I felt it, and it's a habit, and I have got this habit, but now I'm like, I want to be fully in this, in this joyous mode, because so if you could speak something about it and highlight it, this dark corner, that I feel that I also notice that somehow I feel it's a protection mechanism, and I don't want to be in this protection mechanism because I just want to come face to face with it and not say deal with it, but just be happy to embrace it instead of not looking at it. And I have brought this in the past to you as well, but I feel it's a trace, and I do not want to live in this trace anymore. So thank you so much.
I think what you are talking about is more shifting home. You are talking about shifting home. That I don't want to keep this old way of being my home anymore. but yet there is a habit that I go back there. No? You are saying like this. The answer to this is not that you go there and do something. Because hook is not there. Hook is in the habit, which is in you. So if you can fill yourself with the not habit maybe, but with consciously living the new way, there will be no residue left in you. And when there is no residue left in you, that link is broken between you and the unconscious energies. No? Once that link is broken, you are free. So it is the answer to it, the solution is creating a circle within yourself where activity is continuously rotating in this conscious way, new way of being. And no time is given for anything else. And even if some time is like a pull happens because of the old residue, as soon as you remember, simply come back and resume with the positive way, with the way of the being, with the joyful way. And simply don't talk about that. So not even spending time in using mind even to get imprints of that, oh, what happened? No, just simply. Like in Hindi we say, जिस राह पे जाना नहीं उसका रास्ता पूछने से क्या फायदा? Like when you don't have to go on that path, why to go in details of that? No? And this is actually the sure way to be free from it. See, it's about a choice actually. Like, why I become unhappy? Are you talking about it unhappily or happily right now? It's about that. No, you don't become unhappy. You are unhappy right now. When talking about unhappiness, we can talk about unhappiness, like because you are talking about unhappiness model from the happiness of being right now. That's why this response coming. No? Because you are totally interested in being free from it now. And knowingly or unknowingly, we have attachment to it. No. What are you saying? How I can just be free without any effort, without any sadhana? It has to be gradual. It has to be slowly. No, it doesn't need to be slowly. Like sometime when you go to a doctor says that take this medicine, Ayurvedic doctor, and you take medicine, and it is kind of taking medicine, not working, taking medicine, changing medicine, not working. And then somehow doctor says that, hey, listen, medicine is not what you need. You need to make some changes in your lifestyle. Then you suddenly, you tell that, okay, this is what I eat, this is what I do, I sleep in time, and then doctor says, don't do like this, do like this. Eat this, but don't eat this. For example, eat fruits before this, eat fruit after this, let's say. And suddenly changes start happening. Would you now cry for the habit, oh, I have a habit of eating fruit before this? No, you know the benefit of it. No? So you see what I'm saying? So it also comes to the totality of your desire for it. Like how total you are in your desire to be free from it also, isn't it? Those who are blaming the strength of their habit, in some sense indicating the weakness of their intention to be free from it or not. Those who have the strength of their intention for freedom from any habit, they don't really so much mention about that strength of their habit. They just simply start getting free. So I think the freedom is the way for you. You don't need to do anything about anything else. Meaning about that old way. This awareness is more than enough. Stay away from it now. Even if you come too close, little bit closer to it, it will affect you again.
David, there is also, this thing that there was a song of Sai Hazur in which he says that Jo na jane haq ki taakat, Rab na deve usno himmat, this power of intention And the moment, you know, the intention and the goal, the intention is clear that yes, you know, I feel the strength and the power, the clarity, everything just starts moving towards this, you know, and then everything kind of just falls in sense and it in space and it. Thank you so much.
How nice. It's very, very nice. Hak ki taakat, no? Hak means truth, no? Truth. Hak ki taakat means the power of truth, the strength of truth. Let us use the strength of truth, and let us not use the strength of false or ego. No? Like this. On the path of awakening, in the direction of truth, in the direction of freedom, true joy, true knowing, let us use the strength of the soul of truth, and let us not use the strength of ego or person. No? Like this. It's a very simple thing like this. Doing certain things in the way of the soul will become difficult in the beginning, but it is still worth. Like this, the soul will get back its strength by doing that hard work. No? It will remember its strength. No? By remaining habitual and continue doing things in the personal way, we will remain weak. No? And we will never remember our strength of the soul. No? So even if certain things become difficult to do, still it is worth, I feel clearly. No? But doing things in the way of the being, not in the way of person anymore. No? So thank you, it's very good. God bless you. Asta, you want to say something?
Namaste, Rajee.
Namaste ji.
I just wanted to come in front of you and also share one thing what you just mentioned. Earlier, I used to do like that, postpone. I'll have to do, not postpone, it'll come someday. I have to do so much sadhana before something works out. I used to have that thought very strongly, believe very strongly. Have to do a lot before you can experience the joy, because I used to hear everybody talking about it too in the meeting. So joyful. I'm like, oh, I have to do so much. And by your grace, and what you just said, no, it's now. You don't have to do much. It's available now. So, thanks to you, I could see that shift. So, thank you so much.
How nice, how nice. It's not really about that doing sadhana for joy is something wrong. No. It is all about sense of urgency, how urgent it is. And because it was urgent in you, that you were feeling like there is a struggle here. No. Otherwise, there was a time in you also maybe, or there is a time in many that we don't have that sense of urgency, that fire, that thirst for truth, that we are okay, and it's not something bad that they are doing sadhana, they are doing fine, no? Because they don't want really any result right now. But they are still taking care that they are not too personal in life. It's not a bad thing really, it's a good thing, no? But you want now, then you can get now also. So there is nothing stopping us from living the truth right now. It is our idea, our belief, or that kind of lack of that sense of urgency. If that urgency is not there, not much can be done, because then lack of urgency is going to work like a resistance for discovery of truth, living of the truth right now. It will resist to it. But if that urgency is there in you, Satsang is a perfect place for it. Then we don't have to do much. Then immediately you start, like something start igniting here, Then you very quickly, in few minutes or few, let's say, sessions, maybe you can just start seeing that no, That was a misunderstanding. It is as if everybody was saying that one day we are going to know. It's so difficult to get enlightened, awakened or something, that you thought, no, okay. But then you came to somebody, no, no, no. Don't believe that. Try yourself. Check yourself. Truth is the simplest thing to live. If you don't uh, attend your ideas about it. It is our ideas about it, about the truth, which are projected on it, that we don't see the truth as the truth. And we see it as something very ordinary. Because truth is really very ordinary if we look at it from the ideas. It has no special powers as we expect it has. It should have. And yet it actually has all those powers. It has all those powers, much more than you think. But not in this way as we are thinking. This is a very personal way of looking at truth. It is a personal way of looking at the impersonal presence, impersonal truth, which is impersonal in nature. So I think you got the right handle in a way, no? You got the right thing for yourself. Because we don't have to show this to anybody else, that how much truth I know. Why we need to show to anybody else? It's just about you, within you, no? Are you happy? You know? If not happy, then something needs to be done. And in the spirituality, I found that it's like many time we are progressing but not happy, but not saying to anybody. So the whole group, everybody is just not saying that I'm not happy, because it feels like it feels like foolish to say that I'm not progressing really. And everybody is progressing, so I must be also progressing. No? We feel like this sometimes. No, first, the place like Satsang is not for that kind of thing, where we keep believing, no? By support of each other. No? Discovery of truth is a very individual call. No? Within ourselves, we check. No? I really, if you must have noticed, I'm not trying to impose my idea on you. Wake up, you are the truth. No, no, no. You tell me what is your problem. What exactly you are missing? Why you are just sitting, not flowing fully? Why you are not fully joyful? This is all I'm asking. What is stopping you? No. And that can resolve it immediately, as soon as you are ready to open up. And it may sound very foolish sometimes. It may look foolish that it was so foolish to believe that something has to be finished first. Then I will start flowing. And then you realize, oh, there was nothing stopping me. There was nothing stopping me from being who I am, relaxing into who I am. And when I'm saying I'm here talking to you, we are working together, this is like a support of a being to another being. Let's see, you check. Can you relax? Oh yeah, you can actually. Like I'm teaching you in a way by doing it with you. No? Like, hey, we are talking. Just relax. And you say, oh yeah, actually I can also relax. This is how you learn from one being to learns from another being. No? Not by talking so much, but by living the truth more, like this. So thank you, Ji. Very, very good.
I also want to share that even before the satsang starts, the energy of the satsang, I don't know, I feel so joyful. There's that excitement, oh, satsang is starting. And even if, let's say, prior or a day prior, I had been thinking, and I know I've been thinking I should stop. Just the fact that, oh, satsang is going to start, I feel it's just that the energy starts, impacting me before only. Feel so like joyful. Oh, I'm going to see you.
Same here. I also feel like this. Yeah, actually it is something very powerful that you are talking about, and I don't want to describe it so much. Just enjoy like this. It's very nice. Very, very, but something very true. Something very powerful. What you are saying, that you start enjoying before satsang happens. Your heart is opening for truth now, no? I feel like this. It's nice, it's nice. That that person state is where we say that we are living as if we are never going to die, and when we die we feel as if I never lived. No, this is that state of person. No, and the state of being is that I am living what is present, what is given to me right now, and I am living who I am right now. I don't need to know so much about anything. And actually, in this way, you are knowing everything in the maximum possible, maximum knowing is happening. So basically, missing life basically means missing the present. Is missing life. Not missing life is not missing the present. No? This is what, by the way, also present. No, in satsang also there is no exception to this rule. No? Satsang is in the present also, no? Or the satsang is happening in the present also, or not? But it's a very, very different kind of present. I noticed in the personal life also there is a present, but there we have no interest in being in the present. Everybody, no, and because of that, the space of existence is same, but the effect is very different there. But here in satsang, the effect is very different. It is an invitation, a support also for those who want to actually plug to the truth, connect to the truth again. No, you see. That truth which looks like hidden from the eyes of a person. No? A person is doing a journey continuously, slowly, from one chakra to another, from one body to another, and which is all fine. No? This truth is out of all of this, right here. I am on this chair, you are on that chair. Just acknowledging our presence. You are acknowledging your presence on that chair and acknowledging my presence on this chair, and the magic is happening. No? You are remembering the truth of who you are. You are getting back your strength of the soul and abilities to live life. The more we think we know in the personal mind, personal way, the more we are actually caught up in that dream. We will have to come back there to the innocence, to the honesty of knowing in the knower that I actually don't know. So very, very good. Thank you. God bless you. So there is a statement mostly people are saying using I know. And there is a statement when very rare some person or human beings are saying or able to say I don't know anything. And beyond these two is something else. That is true knowing or knowing actually. You see? Beyond these two is knowing or true knowing. No? Which makes our life so rich in a way, so blessed. We come back to that connectedness with the existence now here. No? We start losing that fear that we have also. Like that fear we have in the state of person, it start fading away. That fundamental fear in the soul, it start disappearing now, being replaced by that sense of joy, a sense of connectedness with the existence. No? So thank you. God bless you. Very nice. I think it's a very good time. We are going to end this meeting soon. If somebody wants to say anything, you can say, then we'll end this now. I think it's all about urgency. How urgent it is for our. I would like to end like this, that it's just about urgency, how urgent it is for us to know the truth. Satsang is for those for whom truth has, knowing of the truth has become urgent. No? And here also we can improve. Remember, don't make it more urgent than it is, but just refining our sense of urgency towards truth, refining our thirst for truth by being more present here, by not thinking so much in the mind and not being so lost in the past. We don't really need to push ourselves so much. We just need to get out of mind. And to get out of mind, if we need to push ourselves, it's okay. Because there we are just dreaming how much we can push. In the dream, how much we can push. Deepa, you want to say something?
Namaste, Rajee. I don't have any questions, just wanted to come in front of you, enjoying the bliss. Thank you.
It is actually so joyful to be here. When I used to say that, have a cup of tea, what I meant was like this, where you are right now. Just being here. Not going in, because we are continuously busy, either in the personal life or in the spiritual life. Always doing something, moving from one task to another, one checklist to another. It is okay. It is all fine to align things or to create more alertness and awareness inside ourselves, but there should be some time when we are just here, no? And satsang is really a very perfect time for that, to make ourselves available to the present, to the truth of who we are also. And we don't know really here so much who we are, what it is, but it is definitely very clearly joyful in comparison to any other model. And from here, a true light of being comes out actually. A wisdom arises inside ourselves, which guides us in some way, which helps us in some way, to see things as they are. Like fundamentally, Deepa, there are two states of a soul in the beginning, and there is another third state also beyond it. So these two states are where we are totally believing in the mind. Another is where we have started doubting the mind. When we have started doubting the mind, then also we are not in a better position than before, previous one. No? In the previous one, maybe we will have less unhappiness because we believe. Now we will maybe have more unhappiness because now we see that I'm just believing, I'm just believing how nice is this chai, Oh my God, I was believing that how nice is this chai. Actually, this chai may not be nice or may be nice, but but there is something beyond it. That is the true wisdom, the light of being. This is not based on belief, not even believe about who we are, and not even believe about anything else also. Just meeting the truth as it is in the present, where you are right now. Deepa, this is what is that state. Neither believing nor not believing, beyond mind. Beyond mind. This is not a great enlightenment here. No, it is beyond mind. Simply beyond mind. There is no such thing as enlightenment or no enlightenment here. It is truth. And this truth is achieved by just being present here, by not going anywhere, by not letting our attention go anywhere in the mind, in the thoughts, in the past, in the practical life, or in the spiritual life, or anything else. It's very good. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you for being such a great part of this journey. Thank you.
Oh, very, very nice. God bless you. So I think it's very good time. We will end this meeting now. It was very beautiful meeting with all of you today. God bless you. Thank you.